Hey, this is Keith at Half Tracks and Honeybees. Hope y'all are doing well today. Well, what we're going to do is just kind of walk around and talk about what's going on right now. All us beekeepers, we've been sitting around all winter making big plans for what we're going to do this spring. Well, now it's time to put all this stuff in gear. Um, it's a little earlier than I planned on doing it, but the flowers are popping, the maples are blooming. We're up in the 50s and 60s during the day, but we still got some 20s coming. But it's kind of like the stock market. You don't want to fight the trend. Spring is coming. So here we go. This is what we've been waiting for, right? Well, this is a lot of my supers and comb and foundation that I've been working on this winter. I've took the paramoth off of my honey supers and have all them stacked so they can be airing out. That's these two stacks right here. I think it's about 22 supers, and you can see this is just some really pretty drawn comb. So we'll stick that on the hives probably the middle of next month, and the flow should start late March, early April around here, and really kick in middle April. So I always try to get the supers on ahead of time, and it seems to work well for me. This stack here is just boxes of foundation that has been partially drawn out from it's like the end foundations in the boxes that they don't draw out quite all the way, but it'll still work good in the brood boxes. Got some dark comb there to go in the brood boxes. This stack over here, that's all heavy waxed foundation to go in, use as supers on some new hives. Got some empty boxes back here. Got a few frames that I put starter strips in. See if we can make some comb honey. A couple of 8-frame boxes down there. I've got one 8-frame hive. It's my oldest one. I still keep it just for sentimental reasons. Got a swarm box here. I've already put up 5 of my swarm boxes. I got one left I'm probably going to put up tomorrow. Let's see, over here I've got about 40 gallons of 1-to-1 sugar syrup. And what I'm doing with that right now, on 10 of my hives, I've put some heavy waxed foundation on, and I've got syrup on them, and I'm going to draw out some comb before the flow starts. Just put that on. The bees are starting to get in the syrup just a little bit. The warm temps will help with that, but that's worked out good for me in the past. I always like to get some foundation on them early, put a little bit of syrup on the strong colonies, and draw some comb. And then pull all that off and put the honey supers on so you don't have to worry about funny honey. So anyway, we'll take a little tour up around the yards and see what's going on. Now, here's one of my swarm boxes. Now remember, I run all mediums, so those frames in this box, they're only coming down to around in here. So you still got a lot of open space in this size box. So that's one kind of swarm box I'll use. Now, here's another of my swarm boxes. This is the other kind that I use. You can see it's just a couple of medium boxes that are attached together. Like I said before, I just use medium frames, so that whole medium on the bottom is just empty space. Worked out pretty good for me in the past. Hopefully we'll catch a few this year. Well, here we are back up at what I call the nursery. It's not really a nursery anymore. I used to have a lot of nukes up here, but now the nukes have all grown up into big hives, except for there's 3 there on the back row. Got some more stands ready for some more hives. Time to do all that now. It's not time to do it whenever you got a box of bees and you got nowhere to put it. You can see the ladies are flying pretty good today. It's up around 60 degrees. They're bringing in some pollen from somewhere. Not really sure where. You You see that one right there? She kind of flew off, but the pollen was kind of greenish looking. Let's see down here what they're bringing in. Yeah, you can see they got pollen baskets. I like the way they all pile up behind you whenever you kneel down at a hive. Now this is one of the hives here that I've got sugar syrup on and foundation. You know, I've got insulated tops. Then I use the double bubble insulation on my inner cover. And I just pulled off the Hive Alive fondant patty I had and put the this type feeder, the rapid round feeders, and let's see if the bees are on the sugar. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see the ladies are enjoying a little bit of sugar syrup. But that's kind of my setup for this time of year. Like I say, I like to see if I can draw a little bit of comb early in the season. It's worked out good for me in the past, so we shall see. Now I did mention earlier that I was going to be putting some sugar syrup on 10 of my hives until probably around the middle of March, when I was going to stick my supers on. Probably a little bit before that, I'll be going through all the hives and maybe doing some splits to pull back some of the stronger hives to see if I can get them to peak closer to the time of the main flow. It's kind of a fine line you run. I can split my smaller colonies without any trouble and make some more hives if I want to, but you want to keep your production hives as strong as you can. You don't want to pull them back too much. It hurts your honey crop. You don't want to let them get too strong and swarm on you, and that hurts your honey crop. So it's a fine line that you ride, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do. But I'll probably pull them back a little bit, and we'll make some videos at that point when we do that. Well, that was just a quick trip around my little bee world here. Kind of just thinking out loud as we walked around. Like I said, beekeepers been thinking about what we're going to do all winter long. So now spring's about here, and it's time to kick all those plans in gear, and let's see if it'll work. So here we go. But a lot going on. I'm also helping 4 other newbies. I sold 3 of them some equipment last year. So they have hives, and we got to decide if they're going to expand or keep what they got, what they're going to do about honey supers, make plans with all of them. I have one newbie that I'll be working with from Hives for Heroes. I got his hands in some hives late in the fall, so he's already been in them, but he hasn't seen a spring yet, so he's fixing to get a belly full of that. He's supposed to come out here hopefully Saturday, and we'll get started on what we're going to do for him. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little walkabout. I did, and it's a lot to think about with beekeeping. I think that's one of the things that I like about it. It's always strategy and what you're going to do, and should I do this or should I do that, or I'm worried about this or I'm worried about that. Beekeeping, it keeps your mind occupied. They're crazy little bugs. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you like the craziness on my channel. Make sure you always take time to enjoy the buzz, and we will catch you later. Y'all take care.